Hello and welcome to One Comic Book a Day, where my hair is just not cooperating. Today we are covering Action Comics number 28, The Strongman Robberies, which might be my favorite of all the Superman comics we've been through. It's just a lot of fun, and these last three issues have been fun, but this one's especially fun. It doesn't have as strong of a structure as the last issue, but it's got a pretty okay structure. What I was arguing is still kind of present. Actually, I'm kind of surprised that Siegel hasn't returned to doing the boring old mobster stories. Though we are getting closer to the United States entering World War II, so we're going to get into war stories, which are not going to be the most fun of Superman stories. Though him defeating not Nazis, big wink after the not Nazis, and that can be fun too. I'm just saying our time is limited with these stories. In this issue, there is a man going around. He looks like a circus strongman. He's big, muscular, kind of ape-like in shape. Strongman, who's wearing a leopard leotard and a domino mask, and he's been going around robbing people. Not with any weapons, he's just kind of going around and manhandling them. Lois and Clark find out about this guy, who they refer to as the strong-armed bandit, which is an okay name. I don't feel like it will catch on, but it's an okay name. They see a advertisement for the circus being in town, advertising Hercule, the strongman of the circus, who happens to be wearing a leopard print leotard. Which, if true, he is the strong-arm bandit and there isn't some sort of twist in this comic, he has a worse disguise than Clark does. And I don't have a problem with Clark's disguise. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll talk about it later. The glasses work. And it's not just the glasses. So they visit the circus, talk to Mr. Jenkins, who's really here just to foreshadow some stuff, including talking about a diver who jumps into a big tank of fire. I have so many questions about that, but the comic moves on. Sure, it's fine. This guy's fine. He's not going to die. They meet Hercule, who is pompous, to say the least. When he finds out about Superman, he's totally up for a challenge against Superman because he thinks he's the strongest man in the world and he will crush anybody in his way. Hey, Lois should like this guy, even though she's not quite that cold, crush anybody in the way type Lois she was in the first couple of issues. Once outside the strong-arm bandit, we can tell this is strong-arm bandit and not Hercule because he's wearing the domino mask. Big difference. He manhandles Clark and steals his wallet. Lois then berates him for, being a coward and not beating up this dude who was twice his size and threw him around. Yeah, that makes sense. Lois is awful generally to Clark. I don't know why he's in love with her. I mean, he might have a being belittled kink, so we shouldn't kink shame Clark. But still, I don't know why he loves her. Clark, turns out, was planning on getting robbed. Wow. I mean, we've heard no one being robbed at the carnival so far. The strong-arm bandit's just been running around robbing people. But I guess this makes sense. You should totally crap where you eat. I'm pretty sure that's a saying. No one correct me. Or the strong-arm bandit, because he'll just flip you over and take your wallet. But he did plan to be robbed, so he put some sort of powder on his wallet that will turn anybody who touches its hands red. How he was able to not turn his own hands red is a question for another time. Or right now, why didn't his hands turn red? Clark also tries to refer to him as Mr. Leopard at this point. That really doesn't catch on. We just keep calling him the strong-armed bandit for the rest of the issue. So it's the next day, the circus is going on. Clark, with Lois, brings a bunch of kids he knows. Sure, this grown man knows a bunch of kids. We'll leave that one alone. I'm sure it's fine and completely normal in the 1940s for a grown single man to be friends with a bunch of kids. Yeah. Once they're all seated, Clark leaves and becomes Superman. Bright blue costume, red cape, Superman. He goes over to Hercule's tent and tries to use his X-ray vision to spy on him, but Hercule sees his shadow and walks out and tries to sneak up on him. Now, as we know, Superman's greatest weakness is someone sneaking up on him and pushing him down. But Hercule seems to try to grab him here, so that was his mistake. Superman just flips him over. This all sets up the confrontation between them in the tent, where basically Hercule tries a bunch of things and each one does not work as Superman just kind of stands there, including shaking hands and Superman making him cry from his grip. Hercule doesn't seem all that embarrassed by all this. Anyway, Mr. Jenkins leaves to go call the news to come see this. But as he's running by Hercule's tent, the clown he shares a tent with is in there. I should mention there's been a clown around, but he hasn't been much of a character. He's maybe said something like, "Oh, Superman," or "Hercule, it's almost time." Well, he's sort of getting undressed, but he's hiding his hands, and it turns out his hands are red, and Mr. Jenkins is going to tell on him. This clown ends up being the size and looks just like Hercule does. Almost like they're twins, and he's the strongman, and the other twin was the clown. The strong-arm bandit clown goes to kill Mr. Jenkins, but does it by taking him into the carnival where Superman happens to be, so he's not thinking this through very well. And he tries to throw him into the tank of fire. Superman catches him, and also the diver jumping in, so we never get proof that the diver could actually do this. But once he saves Jenkins and the diver, he easily apprehends the clown. He kind of beats him up for a bit, but then Hercule takes over beating him up, so he's like, "My job's done. Bye!" And he's gone. The comic ends with Clark getting his wallet back and everybody having a good laugh over the clown strong-arm bandit going away. But yeah, this is a really fun comic book. It's really frivolous, but it's fun. It does have kind of that structure. For about 7 pages of this 14-page story, we kind of set up the threat. There is no Superman action. It's just all set up. It's what we're going to see. Clark kind of being pushed around by the strongman. Us seeing what the strong-arm bandit does. So when we get to the second half with Superman, it's all just kind of Superman having his fun with the strongman and then throwing away and then defeating the threat. And that's kind of what we need in these stories. If we don't understand the threat, it's just Superman kind of going through the motions. And this comic doesn't even really have a threat, but we still need to kind of understand what's happening or like set up the enjoyment of him saving the day. That's it from Action Comics number 28, The Strongman Robberies. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, and on Fridays I cover Batman comics, either Batman or a story from Detective Comics. Until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? Also, were the Strongman and the Clown brothers? They looked identical. Bye!